Hello. So just regular props today, two blocks, blanket, strap. You really only need the wall at the towards the end. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to start there or just move there when it's time. And we'll start in just a minute. Bubba, come here. Okay, let's get started. We're actually going to start seated. So if you want to prop your hips up on a blanket to sit cross-legged, that would be ideal. And then have your strap because we're going to do something with it. So just make sure your hips are slightly higher than your knees, however much folding you need to do for that. And then once you're there, make yourself a pretty big loop. And then with your loop, you're going to bring the loop around you and under your armpits. So it's on the back of your shoulder blades, up high under your armpits. So get that far. And the buckle should be like in front of you, maybe a little to the side. And then once you've got it high up in your armpits, then you take this top part of the loop and bring it behind your neck. And then you cinch it up, but you don't want the buckle behind you, otherwise it's hard. So you can kind of keep like moving the loop so that the buckle kind of stays in the same place. And you just keep cinching and cinching until you've got like some feedback to just sit. So the strap's behind your shoulder blades and behind your head or your neck. And when you're just sitting doing like normal meditation, you've got a little pull down of the shoulders and you can kind of feel right under the side armpits and those muscles. Yeah. Okay. Don't want it too tight. Don't have it so tight that you're going to like cut off circulation or give yourself weird hickey marks on your skin because it's so tight. Okay. And then rest your hands on your thighs and close your eyes. And just find your breath here. So if you're doing this on Monday morning or Monday, pretty gloomy, dreary out there. You just kind of see where you're at, especially if it's Monday morning, weekend's done, beginning of the week. See how that's landing. And then as you're here breathing, the main thing is to just kind of notice that little bit of feedback you get when you inhale. You might pay special attention to sort of the side ribs, side lungs, up into your armpits, what happens when you inhale, back lungs, back shoulder blades, and when you exhale. Again, you're not even trying to do anything different. You're just trying to pay attention to just the little bit of feedback you get because you have a strap around you. We're going to stay here for a little bit. Take a few more moments here. Again, tuning into the feedback, tuning into the lungs, side, back lungs. It's very easy when we breathe to sort of pay attention to the front body. So this kind of draws your focus to the side and back bodies. You might even feel a little bit of depression or movement downward of the shoulders, shoulder blades, upper traps. That's good. A few more moments settling in here. Good. And then slowly blink eyes open. Keep the strap on for now. Interlace your hands in front of you and spin your palms away from you. And feel as you push your hands away, you get more push out with the strap. You might feel it more in the back of the neck. Make your arms as straight as you can. And then inhale, slowly slide your arms up overhead. And then gently move shoulders away from ears. Push with the strap, push with the hands, and breathe. Two more breaths. One more breath. Good. Go ahead and release. Take another moment here, and then you can just loosen up the loop so it comes off. We're going to stay seated for just a bit longer. Keep your strap, but you can kind of just make the loop go away. So you've got like a really long strap happening. And then hold on to the strap with your hands, stretch your arms up, but this time widen your hands quite a bit. Like almost always I end up having to go wider than I think. And then lengthen the backs of your wrists. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bring the strap behind you and pause when it's like behind your head, neck area. And just breathe into that big chest opening. We're going to be focusing a lot on the chest and shoulders today. So I think it's fair to just admit right up front, most people are like, ugh, same. So all the more reason we got to do that shit sometimes. And then bring your arms all the way down. And then inhale, bring your arms up. Pause at the top, exhale, come back a little bit, pause behind your head, neck area, breathe. Put a little bend in your elbows and pull the strap apart. Really puff your chest open, but pull your belly and the sides of your waist back. And then come all the way down behind you. Good. Inhale, come up again one more time. Exhale, go back a little bit of the way, pause. Hold the strap, open your chest, belly to spine. Draw your tailbone down. And then go all the way down. And inhale all the way up. Good. Walk your hands closer together. So maybe slightly wider than shoulder distance, but not as much. And then from here, pull with your left arm and bend your right elbow behind your head. So left arm is straight, right arm is bent. You can walk your hands closer if you need to and pull almost like you were going toward a half Gomukhasana arm with that right arm. And then inhale, come up, exhale, do the other side. Pull right arm straight, left arm bends behind your head. Great, this is the move. Do it a couple more times each side. Pausing in the spot where there's big stretch and then switching. One more time each side. Great, come all the way up. Move your strap, come off of your blanket, and come to hands and knees, please. From hands and knees, open your knees as wide as your mat. Bring big toes together. Press back child's pose and really stretch those hands, arms away from you. Let your forehead drop. Take a moment here with active arms. Push the mat away with your hands. Reach your hips back and down. And then you can let your forearms, elbows soften to the floor and just take several breaths here. Really focusing on the back lungs, back ribs, back of pelvis, getting lots of space there. Take a few more moments. Good. Next inhale, lift your head, chest up. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left. So swing into the side bend. Stretch your right arm on the diagonal. Crawl your left fingertips back. Take an inhale, lift up a little. Exhale, twist your navel to the left, right over that left thigh, and then fold over the left thigh. I like to crawl those right fingers as far out as I can. And then you can release your head in line with your arm. Left hand is still to the side. Elbow is lifted like a kickstand. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. Good. Go ahead and walk up. Swing through center. Go over to the right. Stretch your left arm on the diagonal. Walk your right fingertips back. Take an inhale, lift up a little. Exhale, wrap your belly button to the right. Fold over that right side. In you go. Release your head. But crawl those left fingers as long on the diagonal as you can. Right hand next to you. So that for your inhale breaths, you can find length, extension. And for exhales, you can find a little bit of a deeper twist and a folding forward over the leg. A few more breaths like this. Hmm. Great. Go ahead and walk through center and inhale back up to hands and knees. We're going to be on our knees for a little bit of time. So if you need padding, you should pad them. We won't be here too long, but I know some people, their knees get sensitive, which is fine. Bring your left hand underneath your nose. So it's right in the center. And then inhale, turn to the right and sweep your right arm up. Exhale, you'll thread your right arm behind your left arm. Move your hand so you can lay the right side of your head down. Sometimes they call this thread the needle. And you really want to walk that right hand far to the left and like put all your weight on that outer right arm, outer right shoulder. I like to even kind of pull my right shoulder down away from my right ear. And then use your left hand, interlace your hands now in front of your face, and use your left arm to kind of pull that right arm even more to the left. And then option to stay there or take your left arm and wrap it behind you like a half bind. And then breathe here. So the key is like, yeah, there's a twist and there's a reach and you're kind of pulling that right shoulder blade away from the midline. But the more weight you can have resting on that outer right shoulder, I think that's the sweet magic. Breathe into that. Couple more breaths. Good. Release your left arm. Put your hand on the floor. Push into the hand. Come back up to all fours and reset yourself. And then you'll bring your right hand underneath your face. Turn to the left. Inhale, sweep left arm up. Exhale, thread your left arm under. Reach it way to the right. Lay the left side of your head down. Move that left shoulder away from your left ear and then interlace your hands together. Pull, use the right arm. Pull that left arm more to the right. Let all your weight drop onto the outer left arm, and then you can wrap the right arm behind you if you'd like. Breathe here. Take a few more moments. Good. Release your right arm. Put your hand on the ground. Push into the hand. Up you come. Come back to all fours and then set your hands up well. So you can spread the fingers wide, turn your hands out slightly, and then walk your knees back an inch or two. From here, curl the toes under, press back and up, our first down dog of the morning or of the class, depending when you do this. So yeah, pedal out the legs. Since we're focusing so much on the shoulders today, it'll obviously be less hamstring, hip, lower body focused. Doesn't mean they're completely ignored, but just less so. So really work that here. If you can pedal out the legs, you can stretch one heel down and open the back of that leg, and then you can switch and do the other side. But eventually you'll find more stillness. Push into the mat with your hands. Next inhale, float your heels high. Bend your knees and move your chest closer to your thighs. Keep that angle of the hips and the chest, straighten legs, and slowly stretch your heels back and down. Take 3 breaths here. One more breath. Good. Okay, come on down. Have a seat on your heels. And we're going to be here for a little while. So if this is like very challenging for you, you should, sit on a block or two. No shame. Just we'll be here for a long time. And then you might want your strap near-ish. You may or may not end up using it, but it's there. Go ahead and interlace all 10 fingers behind your back. Start with bent elbows and rest your knuckles on the back of your sacrum. Use the knuckle reminder on the back of your sacrum to draw that sacrum down and tip your pubic bone up towards your face. Squeeze your shoulder blades and elbows together behind you. Roll your shoulders down the back, and then without changing the sacrum down, pubic bone up, tilt, straighten your arms and lift your arms. So stretch your arms straight, lift your arms up. Didn't change the pelvis, and you're still trying to pull belly to spine. Big chest opening here. Breathe. Draw your chin slightly down and slightly back. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Go ahead and release. Rest your hands on your thighs. Take a couple of breaths. Stretch your right arm up to the ceiling and spin your palm behind you. Bend your right elbow. So like we did earlier, hold your right elbow with your left hand. And you're just going to guide that right arm behind your head. And your left fingertips can kind of walk over, or your right fingertips rather, can walk over towards your left shoulder blade. Do that same action, sacrum down, pubic bone up. Press your head back. Feel the big tricep stretch here. And then stretch that left arm up, turn that arm in, and go for the bind. You've got a strap. If you're like, yeah, bind ain't happening, that's fine. You could also just like grab onto your shirt. And breathe. Go Mukasana arms. One more breath. Release. Bring both hands to your thighs. Take a pause. Take a couple of breaths. Good. Stretch your left arm up. Bend your left palm back. Bend your elbow. Hold your elbow with your hand. And just guide your left arm behind your head. Walk your left fingertips towards your right shoulder. Pause here. Take a moment. Stretch that left tricep. And then bring your right arm out. Internally rotate. Bring the hand behind you. I'm using my strap again. Up to you. But pause here, breathe here. You're trying to, even if you have the strap, you're trying to walk your hands closer together behind you. Same action, sacrum down, pubic bone up. Pull your ribs in and pull the sides of your waist back. Couple more breaths. Good. Release. Set the strap aside. Pause. Take a breath or two. Do one more shoulder stretch on each side here. A little bit different action. So stretch your arms out. And then from here, you'll swing your right arm under your left. So go above the elbows, right arm on the bottom, wrap and cross again at the wrist. So find eagle arms. Pull your elbows down, slide your shoulder blades down, and push your forearms just a smidge away from you. You almost feel like your shoulder blades start to wrap around the sides. And then just breathe into this. You're kind of trying to squeeze those arms together as you move elbows, shoulders down and away. Breathe. Stay with the eagle arms. Slightly move your forearms to your right and turn your head to the left. Couple of breaths here. Come back to center, release, and rest. Breathe. Ooh. Yeah, you notice how the shoulder work is landing. It always is a doozy for me. All right, side two, stretch your arms out. This time, left arm under, wrap at the elbows, cross again at the wrists if you can. I'm trying to line up the hands. I mean, mine aren't even close to being perfectly aligned, but we're trying. And then pull your elbows down, slide your shoulder blades down, squeeze your arms in, and push forearms, shoulders away from you a little bit. Breathe here. From here, slide your forearms a little left and turn your head to the right. Couple breaths. Good. Come back to center and release. Take a couple breaths. Check in. Notice how the shoulder girdle area feels, and then you can come off any blocks you're sitting on and meet me back in downward facing dog. We'll take several breaths here. So push the mat away. Lift your hips, lift your belly, firm your legs, stretch your heels back and down. Breathe. Good, and then come back to all fours. And walk back just a little bit so you've got some room in front of you. Now, again, if you need to pad the knees, you could. Your hips are going to stay stacked over your knees. And you'll just walk your hands out quite a bit in front of your shoulders. And you do this as much as you need to. We're going to have a contest, see who can go the slowest, trying to get your chest towards the floor. So stretch arms out, hips stay stacked. And eventually, most of you are going to be like me, where your chest is not going to touch the floor. And eventually, you'll just have to put your forehead on the floor. And you're trying not to let your elbows touch before your chest. They want to collapse. Keep elbows, underarms lifted. And then eventually, when I feel like, oh, my elbows have to collapse, I'm going to avoid that and just put my head on the ground. Puppy pose. Breathe. If you get your head down and you can avoid major shoulder collapse, if you're not like super shoulder bendy, you could let your elbows relax a little bit. But again, if you're someone that has a really easy time with this, I think you're probably better served staying more active. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. Your arms are relaxed, engage them, push yourself up. Walk forward so you're back on all fours, downward facing dog. Actually very similar to puppy pose. You're trying to push your chest closer to your thighs. Let your head and neck relax. Good. One more time, come onto your knees. This time, grab your two blocks, stack them, or put them together. See how mine are on my second side? So second side will work and you'll just connect them in the middle. You can still have your knees padded. Hips are still going to be over the knees. This time you're going to bring your elbows to the blocks, hands together like prayer. Walk your knees back so they stay under the hips, and then you're going to bring your head behind the blocks, between your arms. And here's the rub. Fingers are going to stay pointed to the ceiling. And I want you to, if there was such a thing as a goal, you're moving your head and your chest toward the floor, but you're trying not to let your belly and your ribs move toward the floor. That's really hard. So pull your ribs in, belly back, sides of your waist toward the ceiling, and just try to sink between shoulder blades. So chest, head toward floor, ribs, belly not toward floor. Options stay here. This is probably a little more shoulder heavy, but if you want a little more tricep stretch, you can bend your elbows slowly. Again, don't let the ribs and belly move toward the floor. And eventually your thumbs will touch the back of your neck or spine. Breathe. Oof. Couple more breaths. If your elbows are bent, soften that. And then you can just kind of walk your knees in and get the hell out of there. Have a seat on your heels. Take a moment, relax your shoulders. Yeah, I'm just going to see how that lands. It's a lot. There's a lot of shoulder stuff. If you don't have a blanket under your knees, make that happen. If you already have one, keep it. And we'll find downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, gaze forward and step your right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee to the blanket and bring your hands to your right leg and come all the way up. So we're in like a little lunge here. Good. From your lunge, draw that tailbone sacrum down, pubic bone up. So like we've been doing, sit low and then interlace your hands behind you. Start with bent elbows, rest your knuckles on your pelvis. Squeeze elbows, shoulder blades together. Use your knuckles to tuck that tail. Sit lower in your hips, and then when you're ready, straighten and lift your arms, lift your chest. One more breath. Great. Bring your hands to the ground. Lift your back knee and step back downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Look forward, step left foot forward. So we're going to the second side. Lower that knee. And then bring both hands to your left leg. Come all the way up. Organize your pelvis here. Tail down, pubic bone up. One more time. Switch the grip. Different thumb in front. Interlace your hands. Rest your knuckles on your sacrum. Squeeze shoulder blades, elbows in. Sit low. Tail down. Inhale, lift your arms, lift your chest. Sit low. Breathe. Good. Release. Step back, downward dog. Good. Look forward. Actually, move the blanket. Move the blanket. Get it out of the way. Then look forward. Step your right foot between your hands. This time you're going to walk all 10 fingers and toes to your left. Turn your toes in a little bit. Big inhale here. Lift up halfway. Engage your back. Exhale. Walk your hands back between your feet. Prasarita Padottanasana. Fold forward. So this is like one of the few big hamstring stretches we'll do. So really be with this. Breathe with this. Keep the shoulders lifted. Couple more breaths. Lean forward a little bit. Lift your belly. Good. Walk your hands forward. Once again, half lift, engage your back. And then you're going to walk your hands over towards your right foot. Listen carefully. Take your left arm, thread it under your right arm, and hold the outer right, kind of right above the ankle. And then take your right arm and put it above where the left hand is on your outer shin. Inhale here, lift up a little. Let's put a little bend in your right knee. And then exhale, turn your belly to the right. Pull with your arms, face towards knee. And then you can start to straighten the right leg, sliding your hips a little to the left. Breathe here. Awesome. Release that. Roll back to the top of your mat, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. And then walk all 10 fingers and toes to the right. Turn your toes in slightly. Inhale, lift up halfway. Engage your back. Exhale, Prasarita again. Fold forward. Put a little bend in your knees. Lean forward. Super glue your outer feet to the mat. And then re-straighten your legs. Breathe. Hamstrings are tighter than I thought. Walk your hands forward. Inhale, half lift. Bend your left knee just a little bit, and then walk your hands over to the left. This time, your right hand threads behind your left arm and holds the outer left ankle or right above it. And then your left hand goes right above where that right hand is on your outer shin. Now, inhale, lift up halfway. Left knee is still a little bent. Exhale, push with your left hand, pull with your right hand, turn your torso to the left. and then pull with your arms to get your face towards your leg. And then you can straighten that left leg and slide your hips typewriter style to the right. Breathe. Mm. Okay. Relax, release. Come back to your lunge and back to downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here. This time, peek forward and walk your feet up to your hands. Let's stand with the feet hip width distance apart. Spread your toes and bend your knees a lot. So like belly is glued to thighs. Some of you are going to have to bend your knees more than others. And then slide your hands underneath your feet. You're stepping on the palms of your hands. You can straighten the legs any amount, but breathe and try to shift your weight forward so the pads of your toes press into the heels of your hands and the wrists. And then you can come off of the hands, bend your knees, stand up slowly, and just take a moment in mountain pose here. One of the few times we'll be upright. Okay, this is where you're going to need the wall. So if you're not near one, be near one and pull your mat up to it. And then once you've done that, I'm going to show you guys up close so you can see because you won't be able to really see. But you're going to have your hands sort of spread like they were going in gloves, and you'll turn them out. So the hands are going to be on the wall, but your arms are going to be straight. So it's going to look like down dog. So you put the outer, you guys can do this with me. You probably want to have your wrists as wide as your shoulders. So my fingers are kind of off the mat, but your palms are on the wall, but the outer pinky side edge of your hands on the floor. Straighten your arms and step back to down dog. That's like, it might be hard for some of you. Breathe. Like you're pushing the wall away with your palms. Couple more breaths. Good. Okay, come on down. Grab your two blocks. And we won't need the wall for this point, but we'll just stay here because it's coming back. Um, Actually, let's just use one block for now, see how it goes. So I want you to start with the block on its second side. Have it go vertically. And you'll do sort of like a little, and make sure you're far enough from the wall that you could extend your arms, but you'll come back like a scap trap. But this vertical block will kind of be mid back between shoulder, start at the mid back and go between your shoulder blades. Let's all start with bent knees. And just to get acquainted here, interlace your hands behind your head, hug your elbows in so they're shoulder width, and just start to let your head relax back. And then you can, if you feel it in your back, straighten your legs. So your hands are supporting your head. Breathe here. Keep your legs engaged if you can. And even though this is decent chest opening back bend here in the upper back, which I think is a way harder, still want to pull your ribs in and pull the sides of your waist down a little bit. Breathe. You can keep letting your head relax more and more. Hands are still there to support, but the head kind of starts to win. And then you release And just press yourself up. Sit upright, take a second. Take a few breaths, not being, head so low. And then you'll keep this block under your shoulder blades the same, but you'll flip your block tall for your head. Again, make sure you've got enough room with the wall that if you were to bring your arms overhead, you're not going to hit it. Or if you do, it's going to be perfect and you can just bring your hands to the wall, but arms straight. So once again, you'll recline back on your horizontal or your vertical block, and then the tall block will go under your head. And if you can, straighten your legs. So this time, stretch your arms up toward the ceiling. Turn your palms to face away from you, and then widen your hands more like a Y. And then with your Y, stretch your arms overhead like a Y. You want to feel like you've got a little heavy ball in each hand. So you're dragging arms down, but don't let them bend. Keep them engaged. Same idea. Pull your ribs in and breathe. Now let your palms spin to face each other. Bring your arms shoulder width and stretch your arms more overhead. Reach your fingertips away. Yeah, thumbs will come closer to the ground. Mine aren't touching. If they are, my guess is there's hypermobility there, so I would back off. But you're bringing arms closer to the ground, probably here than you were in the Y. Couple more breaths. Good, release. Hands to the ground, sit yourself up. Once again, find a comfy seat. Just take a few breaths. There's a pretty big upper back bend. You can take a little twist if you need it. And then we'll move the blocks. Come back towards the wall. Bring your feet up to the wall. Knees are under hips. Hands are under shoulders. Bottoms of feet to the wall, so your toes are curled under. And then walk your hands about one hand's distance forward in front of your shoulders. Turn your hands out a little bit. And then come to a little mini short downward dog. One foot at a time. Bring your foot as high as your butt. Other foot, straighten your legs, half handstand. Push your hips up. Remember that upper back bend. Pull your ribs in. Squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs, breathe. If I can talk here, you can breathe here. Good, and then come down when you're done. Rest your hands, have a seat, breathe normally. If at any point, got two more things coming, your wrists get pissy, you can just simply lean forward and stretch them. I like to go backs of hands first. Or you can always do the Uttanasana we did earlier where you stand on the hands, feet to hands. Those are good wrist releases. So that's like, I'll leave that up to you. You could also wrap index finger thumb around right above your that ulna bone that sticks out and pull traction away from your elbow. So point being, you've got lots of options if your wrists get crabby and you need to like take care. Otherwise, turn around and face the wall. And let's set our hands up 6, 8, 12 inches from the wall. Kind of depends. If you're freaked out about going upside down, closer is probably better. Not so close you bonk your head, but 6 inches is enough. But those of you that can play a little bit with less reliance on the wall, maybe a foot from the wall is good. And then find down dog. Look forward and walk your feet in so that your shoulders are now over your wrists. See how my heels are lifted? Pick one leg, lift that leg up, bend the bottom leg, and then see if you can kick yourself up into handstand. If this does not go well, turn around and do half handstand. Breathe. Few more moments. When you're done, save some juice, have a seat. Any wrist release you need, otherwise just sit, breathe, settle. So for our last go, you can repeat half handstand or trying to kick up handstand. Those two things have to happen before this third option, right? So some of you might still be at option one or option two, and that is cool. If you can kick up into handstand somewhat competently, then you're gonna want to rely on the wall here. So I know some of you, like me, were kind of playing with like balancing away from the wall, but now it's time to use the wall. So you want to just be a few inches from the wall. You don't want to be like more than 6 inches from the wall, or you're gonna wish you hadn't. And you'll get yourself up into handstand again. But now with all that juice in our back chest, I can bring my legs and my butt to the wall and make this more like back bend handstand. That's a little close. I could probably get a little more juice. So you play with that. Maybe you back up a little bit, and that's your work. So you decide if you want half handstand, kick up handstand, or hamstrings butt to the wall, back bend handstand. That's not really its official name. Chest open handstand. It's hard. I haven't done it in a long time. But your shoulders, chest are ready. They're ready for it, ready or not. So play around for the next minute or so. And don't let me rush you because I demoed, so I'm already done. But if you're still going, please go. And again, if you need any wrist releases, fine. Otherwise, may I humbly suggest putting the backs of your hands down and then trying to sit back and just stretch that way. And then doing palms of hand down, stretch that way. So play around last few moments. Nice. Again, don't let me rush you, but when you're done, eventually we'll all just meet on our backs. And once you go to your backs, I vote bend your knees and just rest there. Let's have feet wide, knees knock in. Just take a few moments, kind of let your breath settle. Let your shoulders relax. There's a lot happening there. Let your chest be soft, belly soft. Stretch your arms out like a T. Separate your feet and knees wide and just do some windshield wipers. Exhale to the right. Inhale center. Exhale to the left. Do this a few times. Then the next time you tip knees to the right, stay over there. And you can roll your head left. Option to hook your right foot to the outside of your left knee. Option to not, especially if that gives you knee pain. Just take a few breaths here. Roll your head back to center. Keep your ankle hooked on the knee and just tip your legs up so you end up in like this figure four. Let's do figure four. Pick up your left foot, thread your right arm between your legs, pull your legs in. Nice hip stretch. We did not do a ton of upper body or lower body focus, so enjoy that opening here. Good. And then you can release feet wide, arms out, windshield wiper side to side a couple more times. And then the next time your knees tip left, stay there, head rolls right, and you can hook left foot to the outside of the right knee. And just take a few moments. Good. And then roll your head, tip your legs up in that figure four. And then pick up your right foot, thread your left arm. Do the figure four stretch with the left hip. Breathe here. Big, full, deep breaths. A couple more moments. Good. Okay, you guys go ahead and release. So if there's any last minute things you need, spinal undulation sometimes feels good. Knees to chest, happy baby. Maybe you need a little twist each side. Those are all fair game in my opinion. So take another minute or so to kind of finalize things based on like true listening. Like what, listen to your body. What does it need? What does it want? Whenever you're done, there's no rush here. You can start to set yourself up for Shavasana. My vote always is that it's comfortable. So blanket under thigh or under knees or thighs. You can flip and lay on your side. You can flip and lay on your belly. You can cover up with your blanket. You can put it under your head. The main thing is that you're comfortable. That's really the way to make it sustainable. So try to be as comfortable as you can. Turn your lights off. Again, really whatever is going to help you settle in. I personally think Shavasana at home is harder, which is weird because some people might feel differently. Like maybe in a room full of people you don't know, it feels harder, but there's just less distractions when you come to the studio. You don't have your children or your pets or your laptop calling out to you or kitchen dishes calling out to you, spouse working in the other room. You don't have any of those distractions. And so all the more reason when you're practicing at home to try to like recreate that moment of like, okay, this is my practice and what I'm doing for the next few minutes. So treat it that way. So just start to deepen your breath here. Taking your time to move and adjust and sort of transition without being in a hurry. Your dishes can wait, right? You'll eventually make way onto one side. You'll pause there. And then eventually take your time to meet me in a comfortable seat. And once you arrive there, rest your hands, sit up tall, just check in, right? Sort of that same feedback loop as when we were breathing the beginning of class. Just kind of notice how you feel all that work in the upper extremities and the chest. See how it landed. It's not always easy to do shoulder work, chest opening. I feel that, but we can do hard things, right? And then when you're ready from here, bring your hands together at the center of your heart. And if you'd like to end your practice this morning with a bow, you can. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thanks to everyone who will do this later. Have a great Monday. Stay dry, stay warm. See you soon. Bye.